Hi guys, my name's James. I wanted to welcome you here on a little tour of my bamboo garden house. Come follow me. So this was a passion project of mine. I was working on a TV show about 8 years ago with a custom builder named Bezdek.
Hopefully all goes well today. It'll have a modern toilet seat on it.
Bo told me about how he had converted a shed in East Austin into an ADU that people were renting on Airbnb. And so I said, I got a shed in my backyard. On the outside, we've got some barn wood from a 100-year-old barn in Kansas. And I went up there with my buddy, Kevin Dunn.
Brought some of the Midwest down to Central Texas, a friend of my dad's, and they were pretty much just like, hey, if you want some rustic reclaimed wood, just come to Kansas. You can take whatever you want, because in a year, we're gonna push the barn down and set it on fire. This will probably last, maybe another 50, 60 years. It's already been through ice, snow, heat, possibly close to a tornado. It's gonna last for quite a while, longer than we'll be here.
On the bottom here, we've got some of this tin. This was actually the original roof that was on the shed. So I figured we might as well reuse it, and it had this nice kind of rusty patina already. I don't know how long it had been here before I got the house, but I thought it really made for a cool look. So when I took over the property, we built everything here, from the pool, the deck, to this rustic cabin. I'm excited to show you guys the inside. Come on. So here we are. Welcome to the Bamboo Garden House. It's a loft-style apartment. It has a futon downstairs that folds out for a second set of guests. We always like to welcome everybody with a bottle of wine and some truffles. It's got almost a full kitchen, no stove, but it's got like a little hot plate and a little toaster oven. It has new granite countertops and super cool custom cabinets built by my friend Richard Langmeyer. So you can basically get done whatever you need, and it definitely has a full-size fridge.
This is actually cedar, so again, it's very durable. It looks beautiful because it's naturally patinaed this way. We didn't stain it or seal it or anything. We had some old siding from a church down the road that was gonna throw all this away. They said, take whatever you'd like. The flooring is old growth pine from a dance hall here in Texas.
I believe it's like pre-World War II era wood. This was one of the most expensive features that I really wanted to put in here, and it's because it's the history of Texas.
It just looks great. It really kind of brings the whole place together.
You don't see knots like this. It gives that old Texas vibe. The garden house has high-speed Wi-Fi. It's got Bluetooth speakers. Of course, I had to do a vinyl setup as well with a few select choices. You got some Rod Stewart, Roberta Flack, and of course some local tunes. We're featuring Kalu James and the Electric Joint. If you want to see a badass show while you're in town, highly recommend Kalu. And thanks to my buddy Mythic, I did a little homage to South Congress and Joe's Coffee. And if you just want to hang out inside, we got some interesting reading for you. This steel railing was actually fabricated by Joe Martin and Mike Zabonik from Iron Resurrection. I used to direct that series for the first 4 seasons. Those guys were really nice enough to come out and help me out on this project, and it turned out just unbelievable. Watch your head coming up the stairs. This was another sign hand painted by Joe Martin. Amazing artist. And we got some LED mood lighting, and the bed was actually custom built by a good buddy of mine, David Maguire, and it's with the same longleaf pine wood that was on the flooring. So, if you're around 5'8", 5'7", no problems up here. 5'9" and above, you kind of got to duck as you get into bed, but once you're up here, pure comfort.
We added the loft space into here because this was an old shed that had one ceiling height all the way across. So what we did is demoed this part of the ceiling all the way to the back and set our new framing about 5.5 feet higher. That way you can kind of stand up in the loft, but it's not really to hang out up there, just to sleep. So to building the deck on the loft, we added these 2x8s to span across here. We doubled up the ends and then, set our decking on top of that, and it's, real sturdy and stiff, so it can hold plenty of weight up there. So this door was from Kansas as well. I think it might have been about twice the size, so we kind of cut it down to fit inside here, but we kept, the original handle that was on it. We only had to make a little bit of modifications by getting the right track. Other than that, it works great.
The whole bathroom's made out of natural stone. It's all slate shower with skylight and LED lighting inside there. That's the last stop on our tour. Thank you guys very much for coming out to the Bamboo Garden House. Check out the links below for booking and for more information, and make sure you're always doing your due diligence.